one of the world's largest exporter of ammonia and methanol. Another notable feature of the energy sector is that Trinidad and Tobago companies and individuals working in the energy sector have developed a well-deserved international reputation for excellence, high skill levels, and abilities. One example of a world-class project that reflects private sector investment in Trinidad and Tobago is the Methanol Holdings Limited AUM complex. This was a successful model in effective plant financing, design, construction, operations, and maintenance. It reflected a strong project team involving local and international players, and it was made possible through German financing and engineering, coupled with local expertise in construction and operations. Our success stories in investment into the energy sector have been based on the rule of law, the respect for contracts, being open to international investment and competition, investment in training and development of people, and public-private partnerships. A little bit about the Energy Chamber. The strategy of the Energy Chamber is one that promotes internal and external investment while promoting energy services regionally and internationally. We believe that the only way this can be done is to ensure that there is a competitive and efficient business sector. Investment optimism grows if a country is constantly improving its competitiveness, and optimism translates into increased investment flows. Our membership comprises all the major multinational oil and gas companies, all of the primary petrochemical plants, state-owned companies in both upstream, midstream, and the retail sector, small independent local oil companies, international energy service companies and contractors, local energy service companies, and other support services. And our membership is continuously growing. Some of our successful initiatives have included the EICDI, which is the Energy Industry Competency Development Initiative. This is an industry-wide initiative aiming to raise the overall competency of the energy sector workforce in Trinidad and Tobago. The goal of this initiative is to have a common competency framework for the energy contractors, recognized and accredited processes, training bodies, and assessors. This initiative will guide and develop the implementation of a much-needed industry-wide and industry-led competency development and assessment system for the energy sector. We believe that a competent and certified workforce will ensure quality assurance and allow companies to compete more effectively in local and international markets. The first phase of this project was just completed, and it was actually funded by the Center for Development of Enterprise. Another successful initiative of the Energy Chamber is a Safe to Work project, which is also referred to as STOW. And this was a joint effort of the Energy Chamber, the Association of Upstream Operators of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Point Lisas Energy Association. Their real mandate was to develop consistent health, safety, and environmental requirements to pre-qualify contractors in the energy sector. The ultimate expectation really was to have local service companies having a better chance of winning contracts with the major oil and gas companies in Trinidad and Tobago. In January, 17 of the biggest energy sector companies actually signed the Safe to Work Charter, and a major milestone was achieved in September when the first company was actually STOW certified. Another major venture that the Energy Chamber embarks on would be organizing and coordinating trade missions. We have since led trade missions to Suriname, Guyana, Cuba, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda. We actually also host an energy conference, an annual energy conference, and next year's theme will be on energy and investment. And at this next energy conference, what we will encourage would be wide debate on various ways in which investment can be leveraged as regional governments and companies search for new market opportunities and avenues to boost their competitiveness. If we look at the regional picture, we'll see that energy demand in Latin America and the Caribbean is actually expected to increase by 50% until 2030, requiring estimated investments about $1.5 trillion. In the next decade alone, the region will require a 26% increase in its installed energy generation capacity, according to the International Energy Agency. On this note, if there is one place in the world where alternative energy should be a priority, it's definitely in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, the trade winds and abundant sunshine provide ideal conditions for green energy. While in many countries, alternative energy needs subsidizing to be economically feasible, in the Caribbean, it is already cheaper than burning diesel. Nevertheless, the use of green energy is far behind because of insufficient knowledge and lack of local financing. New and renewable energy technologies with low impact on the environment have to play a greater role in the future energy mix to arrive at low-carbon energy systems. At the same time, fossil fuels should be used efficiently, not only in the technical sense, but in the economic sense as well. In the region, there have been investments in wind energy turbines, solar panels, hydroelectric plants, and geothermal plants that generate electricity, but none anywhere near the region's potential. A total break, though, with fossil fuel energy would be impractical, but a case can be made for the region to develop hybrid systems to take advantage of systems that are available. But again, this would require considerable investments. For renewable energy and energy efficiency projects to make a dent in conventional energy markets, it is necessary that a part of the private sector investment gets diverted to renewable energy technology. Too much investment is still directed towards conventional energy technologies, even where commercially available energy efficient and renewable technologies are technically feasible and economically attractive. Attracting private sector investment in this sector remains crucial. Now, Trinidad and Tobago has several investment opportunities and have even had some success stories in this regard, with local companies leading the way in renewable energy, environmental services, and energy efficiency. In the area of renewable energy, Omega Telecom is worthy of mention. It's a small family-run business in the telecommunications industry, pushing innovation in its use and application of renewable energy, mainly solar power. An even more widespread use of solar energy is that of providing hot water for household use. They are not as popular as they ought to be, but perhaps awareness of the benefits of such a system must be the issue here. In the area of environmental services, there are also several opportunities: environmental consulting, project management, high-quality analytical work in energy and environmental impact assessment are areas that will continue to be in high demand. Da Costa Gwendolyn Company Limited has made several strides in these areas. This member company has done extensive work locally and internationally and was one of the member companies that participated in our energy services trade mission to East Africa. In the area of energy efficiency, the use and provision of energy-efficient materials and technology are opportunities that will continue to grow in importance, since inadequate insulation and air leakage are leading causes of energy waste in most buildings. CISL, another member company of the Energy Chamber, has made strides in this area. They are leaders in the provision of integrated insulation services to commercial, industrial, and even residential customers. Another area that holds potential for investment is in carbon capture and sequestration. In April 2008, the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries launched a carbon reduction task force. This represents a forum whereby state agencies, academia, and private enterprises contribute to the development of a national carbon reduction strategy. This task force was mandated with the duty of developing a regulatory and policy environment for carbon sale, storage, credit and trading, and a carbon capture and storage project, which identifies the industrial plants, key stakeholders, the technology, and the implications for existing and future work. The Energy Chamber firmly supports this task force and has worked closely with the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries to assist with realizing the mandates set out by this task force. Emissions can be offset through carbon capture and injected into the number of depleted oil wells onshore